Tommy was a little boy with a big imagination. His favourite place in the whole world was his toy room, where he kept all his stuffed animals, action figures, and building blocks. But among all his toys, there was one that was extra special, a big wooden toy box that had been in his family for generations. One rainy afternoon, Tommy was playing alone when he heard a soft click from the toy box. He turned around and saw the lid slowly creaking open. By itself. Curious, he stepped closer and peeked inside. To his surprise, the toys inside were glowing. Suddenly, his little astronaut figure jumped up and waved at him. "Tommy, we need your help," the astronaut said in a tiny but urgent voice. Tommy gasped. You can talk." "Of course." "But there's no time to explain. The toy kingdom is in danger." Before Tommy could say another word, a bright light burst from the toy box, and in the blink of an eye, he found himself in a whole new world. A kingdom made entirely of toys. There were teddy bears marching like soldiers, dolls having tea parties, and race cars zooming down candy roads. But the sky was dark, and the castle at the end of the kingdom was covered in thick, thorny vines. "The Toy King has been trapped by the shadow puppet," the astronaut explained. "Only a real child can save him." Tommy took a deep breath. "Then let's go." With the astronaut, a brave stuffed lion, and a tiny toy knight by his side, Tommy ran toward the castle. Along the way, they had to solve puzzles made of building blocks, jump over rivers of spilled marbles, and dodge flying paper airplanes. Finally, they reached the throne room, where the shadow puppet laughed wickedly. "You think a child can stop me?" it sneered. Tommy looked around and spotted a giant red button on the wall. He remembered his toy robot at home. Pressing the red button always turned it off. Without hesitation, he ran and smacked the button. The shadow puppet let out a scream as it disappeared into thin air. The vines around the castle vanished, and the Toy King was free. "Thank you, brave hero," the Toy King said with a smile. "You have saved the Toy Kingdom." Before Tommy could reply, a warm light surrounded him, and suddenly, he was back in his room, standing in front of the toy box. Everything was quiet. Had it all been a dream? Tommy opened the toy box again, but this time everything inside looked normal. He sighed until he noticed something new, a tiny golden crown sitting right on top of his toys. He grinned. Maybe, just maybe, the Toy Kingdom was real after all.